Do you buy vinyl?
Well, let's start out gently.
Okay.
This is from the film Good Sign. And it's scored by Daniel, Oneohtrix Point Never. I'm excited to hear this because he's certainly one of the most inventive artists at the moment, and I find his work enchanting. Then I have no idea how to pronounce her name or their name.
I think it's around the pronunciation of Merker.
Merker, that's sort of...
Merker?
Merker. It's sort of supposedly metalish with a bit of folk, general darkness, so I'm intrigued. I can't go through today without mentioning Mogwai's new record because I'm sure it's going to be awesome. They're really one of my favourite bands, Obviously they worked with me on the Fountain score we did many years ago, and then the last time I saw them play was here. They did a show at the El Rey around about the time Rave Tapes came out. Incredible show. They're smart, they care, and they don't pander. But also so the music's so emotionally moving. It's powerful stuff, And then a little something from my back pages, a tad. This is a documentary about the comic 2000 AD.
People thought we were going to be rather nice and middle class, and boy, were they in for a shock.
People tend to think of comics as being very kind of throwaway entertainment, but this was some deep political stuff.
2000 AD was something radically different from anything that had been done before.
It was a big deal in England in the sort of, well, in my formative years, the 80s, This is the home of like Judge Dredd and a myriad of other wild and wonderful characters, and I think English comics probably, were kind of the poor relation at one time, And that's kind of a great thing because you can kind of get on doing your own thing without having too much scrutiny to it, and a lot of originality can grow up in ignored areas, if you like. So I think that's worth your time. Mogwai again, score to Mark Cousins' Atomic film, which I haven't seen. Classic from the past. This is Elmer Bernstein's score to the Man with the Golden Arm. Starred Frank Sinatra as a junkie drummer, named Frankie Machine, which is probably the greatest name for anybody ever.
Frankie Machine!
So it's got the drumming going on, but it's also like your brass work is stunning. This is a really great record, I think, and will look very cool in your collection when anybody drops by. Another one of my favourite artists is James Lavelle. This is the new Uncle record. James has been involved and instrumental in a lot of seriously good music over 20 odd years, Always interested to see what he's up to, so I'll check this one out. My final selections, I've lived in Los Angeles since 2001, and I've lived in America since 1996. A lot of our culture and the things we love and the things that have affected who we are and how we lead our lives have been made and brought to us by people that aren't from here, and these films The Wages of Fear. Everlasting Moments. Fritzland's M. Charlie Chaplin's The Great Dictator.
He was ignorant of the profound change that had come over Tomania. Hinkle the dictator ruled the nation with an iron fist. Under the new emblem of the double cross, liberty was banished, free speech was suppressed, and only the voice of Hinkle was heard.
All made by immigrants, all made by people that came here, often trying to escape the nightmare of their home countries, you know. And we got to remember that we're all here in it together, and we got to share, and good stuff comes when we're kind to one another, you know. And also, magic gets made, not just film. The great Link Ray.
There's gonna be a revival tonight. Everybody's gonna jump and shout and throw the gun down.
We talk about jazz as the great American art form, I suppose, but Link Ray and his people were here way before that, so maybe driving instrumental guitar rock is actually the true American art form. But this is Link Ray, music that I like is all about feel. I suppose it is for most people, it's sort of what you respond to, and Link Ray has that sort of, you hear his records, it can't really be anybody else, The one thing I love about the internet is it feels like it stopped time in a way, like a record like this was probably made, 50 years ago? You can hear it today, and because we are now so tuned into many, many different things, it can sound like it was made yesterday, and that's the quality of great art, I think, so. Hey, Link.
Thank you so much for talking with us today.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me. I do really appreciate it. It's very nice of you.
Amoeba.